Hi, I'm Maria-Ines from Maria-Ines Design Studio. I'm a branding architect and I'm in a mission to help you build a brand that is as unique and authentic as you are. So today we're going to be talking about something that I have come across in the last few months. I've been doing a lot of market research, talking to potential clients and trying to discover what issues they're facing when it comes to their brand, to their online presence. And something that has come up a lot is this feeling of feeling inadequate because you're new or because you have DIY'd your brand and your website and all of your online world. And I felt that I really had something to say about this. I feel a little bit passionate about it. So I decided to write this blog, but I also want to talk a little bit about this issue here on a video because I feel is one of the issues that is really important. Listen, we all have to start somewhere. We all do. I mean, there's no going around it. I think the problem one is that we compare ourselves with other people who we should be getting inspired by instead of comparing ourselves. And then we feel inadequate. And I am here to tell you that there are things that you can do to start with that will help you with this feeling of, I'm new and who am I to say or to do something to the outside world. And I think that that's the key point that I want to bring home is that, as I say in the blog, being a rookie is a state of mind. We all have to start somewhere, but the key to me is that you don't have to show that you're new. And by that, I don't mean that there's something wrong with that. It's just that there are steps that you can take to make sure that you look the part, that you look professional, and that you look like, you're serious about your business. So in this blog series, which also will include a video series, we will talk about a few of the steps that you can take in order to make that online presence, that branding a little bit more professional, what I call to elevate your brand. One of the first important aspects to do this is to establish your authority, to establish your expertise. And I know a lot of people get tickles in their stomachs when you hear that, because certainly I did eventually. But there's one reality in this, and is that we all are experts in something. All of us, all of us. There's stuff that I know that you don't know, but there's stuff that you do that I don't. And I mean, that's how the world works, right? I mean, we had teachers because, our parents couldn't teach us everything, or we decided to go into, I don't know, languages because we are better at languages than other people. I certainly did not go the route of math and science because that's just not my thing. But my father, for example, he's a smart cookie and he loves sciences and math and all that, but I don't. So he's an expert on that and I'm an expert on something else. So that we have to get out that idea that, one, we have to have like a PhD in something to be able to talk about it. No, there are certain things that we know that other people don't know, and that's what we have to emphasize and to bring to the world, because that's the contribution that we can give to the world and to the people that you're trying to serve, whether with products or services. So that's the first main, to me, is like the umbrella of how you should think about your business. Tell me how you are an expert in your area. It could be life experience, that could be enough to tell me that, you're a life coach because, all the experience you had, or, you're a relationship coach because, you went through difficult relationships and you came to the other side, etc., etc. My strengths are visual design, photography, branding, all that sort of thing. It's my jam, as you say, and then that's what I can provide help with. So let's get rid of this mentality of like, I have nothing to offer. Who am I to offer something? Because we all have something to contribute to this world. So having that as a frame, there are things that you can do to bring your brand to the next level. One of the things that we will talk about in this blog is images. Your images are so important. I will discuss, how you can get better images, but the quality of your images is so important. Do not put up a selfie, if you don't have somebody to take your picture, then get a friend or use a tripod or use a table or use something and put your camera on a timer and then come and have your picture taken. But I don't want to see any arm, like the typical, you can tell when it's a selfie. There are places for selfies, and your website is not. And I don't mean that your picture has to be serious and it has to be, arms crossed with a suit and all that. No, it can be fun. It can be authentic to who you are, but it has to look professional. All right. So that to me is like number one. The other thing is that your images bring that professionalism to your website. It tells your clients that you're serious about your business, that you are investing in your business, and that, yeah, you take it seriously. So it's so important to have professional images. The other thing that you will need is, and we will talk about this in the other 2 blog posts that I have prepared, is that you have to be consistent. And I mean, I am the first one to be guilty of this, is that sometimes life gets in the way and you're busy and things don't happen the way you want it to happen. But having a plan to be consistent is so important, because yeah, you can have a PhD, but if you show up once a year, then I don't get to know you, I don't get to trust you, and I don't get to like you. It's like the rules of an online or selling something to somebody. So that's super important, and we will discuss that in a later blog, as I said. And the other one is just provide value. I am a strong believer of being generous, being helpful if you can, without really necessarily expecting something in return. Yes, of course, you need to bring clients in and all that, but if somebody sees that you are helping out and hears you, in different online spaces, or even, in your day-to-day life, you're more likely to attract those kind of people that you want to work with. And because, that you will attract those other people who are also in that kind of mindset of like, I also like to help other people and all that. So those are the 3 things that I really, truly believe that will definitely make your brand stand out from the the newbies, if you want to call it, or from this mentality that you may be having, that I'm new, so who am I? Or I DIY my branding, and who am I to I'm not ready yet to be playing with the big boys or big girls. So images, be consistent, and provide a ton of value to anybody who needs your help. And then you will see that you will start receiving this, people will perceive you in a different light, because they will remember you, they will see you, they will experience you, which is, at the end of the day, is what a brand is. I say it all the time. It doesn't matter if you have a beautiful website. It doesn't matter if you have a great logo and good images, because having good images only is not the issue. It's an experience of people that are coming in contact with you, with your brand, with your services, with your products, what that relationship ends up being. And that is what is really, truly important. So I hope this was helpful. Go and read the blog. And if you have any questions, leave comments here or in the blog, and I will be happy to answer and to help as much as I can. All right. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.